Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and today we're diving into something every English learner faces, using the same basic words over and over again. But don't worry, we've got a solution. And of course, I'm not alone. Sarah's here with me.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, David. It's great to be here. I'm really excited about this episode because today we're showing you a super practical way to upgrade your vocabulary and finally stop sounding too basic.
That's right. Have you ever felt like your English sounds flat? Like you keep repeating words like good, bad, or very nice? Today, we'll show you how to break out of that habit and sound more natural, expressive, and confident.
Imagine learning just a few new words that instantly make your sentences more colorful and powerful. Stick around. We're going to give you the technique and examples to start using them right away.
And hey, if this sounds helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that little bell. It helps us reach more learners like you, and it tells YouTube you want more content that actually helps you speak better English.
All right, let's get started. First, we're going to break down the technique, what it is, how it works, and why it's so effective.
The technique we're introducing today is called Upgrade and Expand. It's all about identifying the basic words you use most often. Words like good, bad, or thing, and learning how to replace them with richer, more precise, and expressive vocabulary that better fits what you really want to say.
One of the biggest mistakes learners make is thinking that speaking English well means using long or complex words. That's not true. What really makes a difference is using the right word. Upgrade and Expand helps you build a toolbox of natural, powerful words that fit everyday situations perfectly.
Think of your basic words as starting points. You don't throw them away, you upgrade them. Instead of always saying very tired, you learn to say exhausted. Instead of very happy, you say thrilled. And you expand by practicing when and how to use each word in real life moments.
This approach works because it's practical and focused. You're not just memorizing lists of vocabulary, you're improving the quality of the words you already use. You build on what you know by finding better alternatives and becoming aware of how they're used naturally by native speakers.
It also makes your speech sound much more fluent. People will start noticing how clearly and confidently you express yourself. When you speak with upgraded vocabulary, you're no longer translating in your head. You're choosing words that match your thoughts and emotions more accurately.
Many learners feel stuck because they keep repeating the same words in every conversation. Upgrade and Expand gives you a way out. It's a mindset shift. You begin to see every basic word you use as a chance to level up your English and connect more effectively with people.
And the best part is, you don't need to learn 1,000 new words to see real results. You can start with just 5 or 10 high-frequency words and work from there. The power is in depth, not quantity. You learn fewer words but use them better. And that changes everything about how you speak.
With time and practice, this technique transforms how you speak and how you feel when speaking. It builds your confidence, your range, and your ability to be understood. It's not about sounding advanced. It's about sounding authentic, and that's the real goal of communication.
Let's consider a simple scenario where you want to describe a movie you recently watched. Instead of saying, the movie was good, which is rather basic, you might say, the film was absolutely captivating, blending suspense and humor in such a remarkable way that it transformed a routine viewing into an unforgettable journey filled with unexpected thrills and touching moments.
Now, imagine you're commenting on a meal you enjoyed. Rather than saying, "The food was nice," upgrade your description by saying, "The dinner was exquisitely prepared," with each dish boasting an impressive array of flavors and textures that merged perfectly to create a dining experience that was both innovative and deeply satisfying on every level imaginable.
Another great example involves describing the weather during a day out. Instead of the common phrase, "It was a good day," you can enhance your vocabulary by saying, "The day unfolded with splendid clarity, as the gentle sunlight and refreshing breeze combined harmoniously to create an ambiance of serene beauty and invigorating warmth, elevating the entire experience beyond the ordinary."
Consider a situation when you're talking about a performance you attended. Replace "The performance was good" with a more detailed expression such as, "The performance was extraordinarily mesmerizing, as each movement, note, and subtle expression conveyed an intricate tapestry of emotions that resonated deeply with everyone in the audience, leaving an indelible mark on our hearts."
To further illustrate, let's say you are describing your experience of reading a book. Rather than opting for the word "good" to explain your impression, you might articulate, "The book was an enthralling adventure, filled with profound insights and unexpected twists, weaving a narrative that not only entertained me, but also inspired a reflective journey through its rich layers of meaning and detailed character development."
Now, think about discussing a new coffee shop that you visited. Instead of using the dull phrase, "It was a good place," consider expressing, "The coffee shop exuded a charming and inviting atmosphere, where every sip of the carefully crafted brew and every moment spent immersed in its warm, eclectic decor contributed to an experience that was both delightfully invigorating and remarkably memorable."
Lastly, when sharing your experience with a fitness class, you could replace the mundane "the class was good" with something more vivid like, "The fitness class was exceptionally dynamic and energizing, combining rigorous routines with motivational guidance that not only challenged my physical limits but also elevated my overall mood and left me feeling empowered, accomplished, and ready for the next challenge."
Each of these examples shows how a simple upgrade in your vocabulary can drastically change the way you express everyday experiences. By deliberately choosing words that add depth and emotion to your statements, you make your conversations richer and more engaging, helping you to communicate with clarity and confidence in any situation.
One of the most powerful benefits of upgrading your vocabulary is that it instantly makes your communication clearer and more impressive. You're not just using words, you're choosing the most effective ones to express your ideas with accuracy, making people more interested in what you have to say.
And let's not forget how much this impacts your confidence. When you know you have better words available, you stop hesitating. You feel prepared for conversations, whether they're casual chats or more formal situations. That confidence often leads to more speaking opportunities and deeper connections.
Another important benefit is how it helps your understanding of native speakers. When you train your brain to recognize stronger vocabulary, you stop feeling lost during podcasts, shows, or fast conversations. You begin to hear the nuances and layers behind people's words, which changes the entire experience.
It also brings your personality into the language. With basic words, everything you say feels generic. But with better vocabulary, you can be funny, dramatic, gentle, or passionate, whatever the moment calls for. Your words reflect who you really are, and that's how you start owning the language.
Plus, using richer vocabulary gives your speaking a natural rhythm. You sound less like a textbook and more like someone who actually lives the language. This creates a better flow in conversations and helps others respond more openly to what you're sharing, because it feels more real and expressive.
It also makes your stories and opinions more memorable. People will remember how you described an event or a feeling because your words painted a clear picture. That impact is powerful. It makes your English not only correct, but captivating, which is a big step toward fluency.
And we can't ignore how it helps with writing, too. When you expand your vocabulary, while speaking, it automatically improves your writing in messages, emails, or posts. You become better at choosing the right tone and making your communication more impactful, even in short texts.
Most of all, it's fun. Seriously. Exploring new words and using them in real situations adds a creative element to your learning. It's like upgrading your personal toolkit, and every time you find the perfect word, it feels like you've unlocked a new level of fluency and expression.
Start by choosing 5 basic words you use all the time, like good, bad, happy, sad, or nice. Write them down and ask yourself, how else can I say this? Then, search for richer alternatives, words that add flavor, emotion, or precision. Make sure these new words actually make sense in your daily context.
Once you find those upgraded words, the next step is to build short example sentences using them. But here's the key. Make the examples personal. Don't just say, ecstatic means very happy. Say something like, I was ecstatic when I finally got my dream job. That emotional connection helps your brain remember the word naturally.
After creating your examples, speak them out loud several times. Don't whisper. Really say them, like you're talking to someone. This activates your speaking muscles and helps move the word from your passive vocabulary into your active one. The more you say it, the more natural it becomes in real conversations.
Then, bring the new word into real-life moments. The next time you're about to say happy, pause and use joyful, thrilled, or content, depending on what fits. It will feel strange at first, but that's part of the learning process. With time, your brain will reach for the stronger word without effort.
Another great technique is creating mini conversations in your head. Pretend you're explaining something to a friend using your upgraded vocabulary. You can even record yourself and listen back. This makes you more aware of your language choices and shows you where you're still defaulting to basic words.
You should also review these words regularly. Don't just learn and forget. Put them on flashcards or use an app to test yourself once a week. Repetition builds confidence. And the more times your brain sees and hears these words in different contexts, the more permanent they become.
Finally, expose yourself to content that uses the kind of vocabulary you want to learn. Choose podcasts, books, or videos that go a bit beyond your comfort zone. When you hear stronger vocabulary in action, it reinforces your learning and gives you real models to follow in your own speaking.
And remember, this isn't about showing off or sounding overly fancy. It's about being more precise and expressive in your communication. You want to choose words that match your feelings and thoughts better, so people can truly understand and connect with you. That's the real goal of upgrading your vocabulary.
A common mistake is thinking that using a more advanced word automatically makes your English better. Many learners grab the most impressive word from a dictionary without really understanding how to use it in context. This can lead to awkward or even confusing sentences that sound unnatural to native ears.
Another big issue is overusing your new vocabulary right away. Some learners get excited and try to force all their new words into every sentence. This not only sounds robotic, but it can also make your message less clear. It's better to use upgraded words naturally and only when they actually fit the situation.
Many learners also ignore pronunciation. They focus so much on learning new vocabulary that they forget how it sounds. Mispronouncing a fancy word can reduce the impact or even create misunderstandings. Always check the correct pronunciation and practice saying it aloud before using it in conversation.
Relying on translations is another trap. When you translate directly from your native language to English, you might choose a word that technically means the same thing, but feels strange in English. Trust real examples, observe native speakers, and learn how the word is used in different situations.
One more mistake is collecting too many words at once. It's tempting to list 10 synonyms for happy, but without practicing them, they become noise. Focus on depth, not just quantity. Mastering 5 new words with examples, real use, and confidence is better than memorizing 20 and using none.
Learners also often forget the emotional or cultural weight words can carry. For example, some upgraded words might sound too formal or dramatic in casual situations. That's why context is everything. Learn where the word belongs, so you don't sound too stiff, too intense, or too vague.
Another mistake is not testing the words in actual speaking practice. It's one thing to recognize a word in a book or podcast, but if you never say it out loud, it won't stick. Use your voice. Speak with a friend, record yourself, or even talk to yourself. That's where confidence starts.
And finally, don't wait for the perfect moment to try a new word. Many learners hesitate because they're afraid of sounding strange, but mistakes are part of the process. The sooner you try, the faster you improve. Use the word, make the error, correct yourself, and move on stronger than before.
Here's a challenge for you. Take one basic word you use every day, just one, and replace it with an upgraded version for the next 24 hours. If you usually say good, switch to fantastic, brilliant, or delightful. Focus on making it sound natural in conversation, writing, or even your own thoughts.
You don't need hours of study or a list of 50 words. Just one word, one upgrade, and one day. The goal is not to memorize, but to experience how that new word feels when you actually use it. Think about the situations you can apply it in, whether at work, school, or chatting with a friend online.
And if you want to take it further, write a short paragraph about your day using that new word at least 3 times. For example, today was a delightful day. I had a delightful lunch. My friend shared a delightful story. It may sound silly, but repetition is powerful, especially when the word is used in context.
To keep it fun, you can even turn it into a game with a friend. Challenge each other to replace one basic word a day and see who can use it most naturally. It builds vocabulary and gives you real motivation to keep improving. And the best part? It doesn't feel like studying. It feels like playing with language.
If you're on social media, try writing a post or comment using your upgraded word. It's a subtle way to practice and get feedback without pressure. You might even inspire someone else to do the same. Language is all about connection, and this is one way to grow through real, everyday interaction.
Keep a notebook or note app where you track your upgraded words. Each time you complete the challenge, add the word, a few example sentences, and a note about how it felt to use it. Over time, you'll build a personal vocabulary journal that reflects your growth in a real and meaningful way.
The key is to make vocabulary practice part of your life, not just your study routine. When learning feels like a natural part of your day, progress becomes automatic. So start with today's word and make it yours. Live with it, speak with it, and let it become part of your voice.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Every time you choose a better word, you're choosing to grow. That one small change leads to big confidence over time. So don't wait. Pick your word, upgrade it, and take the challenge. You're more than ready.
So today, we talked about how to go beyond the basic words and truly upgrade your English vocabulary. We shared a simple technique, gave practical examples, pointed out common mistakes, and even left you with a fun challenge. The goal is simple. Make your English sound richer and more natural.
And the great thing is, you don't need complicated methods or hours of studying. Just a little focus and consistency. Upgrading your vocabulary is one of the fastest ways to sound more fluent, confident, and expressive in your conversations. Small steps, big results.
Now we want to hear from you. What's one word you're going to upgrade this week? Drop it in the comments, and let's inspire each other. Also, if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, it means you're serious about improving your English.
So here's something fun. Write the word words in the comments. That's our secret signal that you stayed with us till the end. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode of Speak English Podcast.